Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome back. Hopefully everybody's ready for the great weekend coming across. Looks like it's going to be a beautiful one this weekend. I am so excited because we are going to make our annual yearly sauce. So hopefully you guys watched my Fausto, my other YouTube channel, the Fausto Home Living. If anybody's interested in making, it's that time of the year. One of the hobbies that we have. It was pretty awesome. But good to see you, Tim. Good to see you, Phil, Lewis, Greg, Norman, everybody. Alan, everyone. Good to see you all. Everybody, YouTube, Facebook Live, welcome aboard. Got a nice little runner we had this morning right down in the MTK this morning, MTP, I'm sorry. So right around here, 8 o'clock, you see a thing went from 260. Thing just shot up to about $3, 320. Really, really nice move. Some of you really should remember this stock. We traded not too long ago. Look at that chart on a long-term chart. Stock literally went from like $3 to $7, came right back down. I mean, short squeeze left and right. But we're going to we'll talk a little bit more about that. But before we do that and go through the watch list, I want to talk a little bit about Tesla. I want to talk about Apple. We don't trade those stocks here because they're expensive, but you can learn something that's going on with them now that I want to pass on to you and make it a tip of the day. But and also some of the stocks that we're trading. But before we do that, I want to go to the watch what we traded yesterday because something really historic happened yesterday. And I want to talk about this stock right here, the GEVO. Okay. So GEVO was a great mover for us yesterday. The stock literally ran from like 90 cents to about $2.20. Huge winner. Okay. Now, obviously, it's backing off. Let me just bring this up over here. So that stock had a really nice pop. You could see it right here from 10 o'clock, just literally went shot up. It's not what I'm really interested in talking about is not more or less how of a big winner it was yesterday, but the big thing was it traded almost 1 billion shares. Look, it traded 33 million as of right now. I mean, 1 billion shares. I mean, that's like penny stocks type of movement on a stock like that. But hell of a lot of it was pretty incredible as stock trade that many shares. But anyway, stocks going on the watch list a little bit here because it's kind of testing some support levels. I do want to keep an eye on it on this on the GEVO. It was a great mover yesterday. I know a lot of you guys made a lot of money, and you know what? You could trade a lot of shares. Look over here on this is pretty crazy. Look over here on the level 3, 200,000 shares, 150,000, 10,000. I mean, this is not. We're not talking about like hundreds. I'm talking hundreds of thousands at each price level, which is like historic. It's pretty cool. Anyway, just when you thought you can't trade stocks that move that much, they sure do. Anyway, tops, shipping stock, honestly, I put on my wall. There's a couple of stocks I don't trade, and this is one of them. These shipping stocks, I mean, I don't know. You could see the stock here in April, how it went from $1.50 to $15. Look where it ended up. Okay. So, I mean, like, you would have got crushed. I mean, it's just, I stay away from it, but I know some of us, if you don't have a bad taste in your mouth, it's like, to me, it's like an old girlfriend. I kept going back and kept getting my heart broken out of. I try to stay away from shipping stocks. But if you never met my ex-girlfriend, which is the shipping stocks, you probably wouldn't know what I'm talking about. And if you jumped in, you would have did fine. But tops obviously was a pretty nice little move yesterday for some traders, and somebody did pretty well on that. What else that we have? Oh, and then obviously all the Ubers and the Lyft, all these things came out with some great news yesterday regarding something that happened, rideshare operations in California, something like that. So the kind of like news came out on them. So Uber and Lyft all did well. Was it LYFT, right? There we go. Yeah, you can see Lyft, all of them did pretty well. But they really haven't gone anywhere. They've been sitting here, with this whole coronavirus thing. They really haven't gone anywhere. Remember what I told you on Monday? Remember I told you about Monday? Okay, so hopefully everybody did really well on Monday, looking at the Zoom trade, because Zoom did really, really well. And it looks like it's breaking all-time highs here, Zoom. So everyone should have got in right around, I don't know, was that 250 or something, 240? I mean, you're up about 40 points right now from where we called it out. Zoom is doing great. Like I told you, great advertisement, regarding about the Democratic convention. So I told you to watch it. If they do a good job, I don't even if the Democratic Party convention was a failure, it was still a success because because they got all this free advertisement. Remember I told you on Monday, no matter if it's a success, it's really going to take off. But obviously it was. It looked like it did pretty well. Did better than expected, and the stock actually benefited from it. But when a company when they talk about something and they advertise and advertise and advertise, obviously it helps the company out a lot. So that one did pretty well. Now, a couple other ones that are doing well too is, listen, a lot of people are asking me, are there any cheap stocks left? I mean, listen, BJ's broke all-time highs. BJ's doing great. I mean, I got that on a swing trade. The only one I'm not doing too well, and I might get out of it, I thought this was going to do pretty well, Pinterest. Pinterest, I jumped into it, and, I'm losing a little bit. Not that much, like $2. I mean, I bought it right around here, around like 35, I think, 36 I paid, 36.50. I'm not losing too much, but if it does break the support levels, I'm out. Now, once again, these are swing trades. Now, the big thing I want to talk about is Tesla, okay? So Tesla and Apple, you should learn a lot from these stocks. I know a lot of you probably can't afford it, but why are these stocks up even bigger than expected? When a company comes out with that they're going to do a split, okay, that they're trying to bring it down so more people can invest in it, more people buy it. So that always causes a big buying frenzy. And when stocks break all-time highs, there's no resistance, there's no ceiling. So if you look at Apple, if you look at Tesla, if you look at Zoom, if you look at, Wayfair, all these stocks, when they break all-time highs, boom, they go off to the races. And that's why I was trying to tell you, keep a close eye on the Zoom trade and the BJ's trade, because, that's basically part of it. All right, so let's go. So that's a little tip of the day. And want to kind of basically go over a couple of things that are moving this morning. Now, listen, I'll be honest with you. This morning really wasn't, if it wasn't for the MTP this morning, it really wasn't that much going on. And guess what? Why is that? It's Friday. It's, it's Fun Friday. That's what it is. It is absolutely gorgeous here in New York. The summer is almost over. Labor Day is coming up. People want to go to their Hamptons house. I don't know if you guys hear about it or watch the old shows on it, but yeah, they do have $100 million homes out there. I was actually there last week. We rented a house, for my sister's birthday. I mean, like there's some crazy money out there. You know what I mean? A friend of mine rented his house to the owners of the in Montauk, to the owners of the Pittsburgh Steelers. They rented a house. I mean, there's some crazy money out there, and these people want to go and enjoy it, especially a day like today. And it's going to be a beautiful week. So it's when you see things like this that happen in the market, you can't be like, oh, why is the market dead? This is, nobody likes working on Mondays or Fridays. Okay. Tuesday. And if you look at earnings announcements, where they do most of their earnings, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. So now, does that mean that we're going to take off and quit today? No, because there are stocks that will pop up that have to come out with news. I like Friday afternoons. I'm not a big fan of Friday mornings, which you already know. And the list is going to show you. Other than MTP, there were a couple other ones that did move. You had you had CLBS. That one, cheap stock, but it's up 11%. I mean, there's not that much out there. But you could see it's got a nice little Fausto flag, nice little trend right there. Great orders out there. You could see it's got resistance right there at 260, and right away, what alarms me right there, 27,000 share seller on level 3, sitting there ready to dump it. Big iceberg order. All right. Norm says the AYRO. Well, listen, at 9 a.m., we always get something that has a push. But you know what? I saw this stock. It's flat. Norman, look at it. It's not really doing that much. It's kind of, I saw it on my list. I took it, end up taking it off. What else do I have here? ZSAN. I mean, this garbage. Why did I even put this on there? I mean, that was bad. Foot Locker. I mean, it started coming down. It was up today. I'm going to take that off my list. Garbage. UAVS. I mean, look at that pre-market. Look at that chart in the pre-market. You know what I mean? It's like it's up 6%, 170,000 shares. Got great volume, But when you see a chart like that in pre-market, you get turned off. It's like, that's like really second protocol, So listen, I'm going to go here into big percentage gainers. What are we going to find? We're going to find a lot of penny stocks, right? Yeah, look, 50-cent stock, 80-cent stock. Stock's up 47%. Yeah, but it's a penny stock, This one right here, up 20%. Yeah, it just popped right now. Maybe. I mean, I'm getting started a little desperate right now, but I'll throw that on right there. BKE, we traded that one. That one looks like it's moving a little bit, but like losers, any good shorts? I mean, there's the GEVO. It's starting to make a little bit of a move. I'm throwing that back on the watch list. Look at 37 million shares already traded. Unbelievable. That's about it. Now, anybody else see anything else out there that I didn't see? I've done my research. I've been here since 7:30. Anything out there? Nancy says the BNTX. So the BNTX, it's a $70 stock. $71. Got a nice push up 8%. But Nancy, unless you want to dish out that much money, that's not really what we look for. But we're getting to a market where it's Friday. Plug has been doing really well for us, Grant. Plug, we've been trading it. It's got a nice little push right now. Plug is looks like it was breaking all-time highs, but there's Plug, and what's the other one? FCell. I think they're both in the same business. FCell is the same thing. Look at everyone's like spitting out stocks here. GRWG. A Mark R. That stock was great. You could see we did it, went from 10 to 22. Nice little swing trade, but it's down 5%. There's no direction. There's really no direction there. We want stocks that break higher highs or lower lows. Right now, I think they're just sitting there in no man's land. And you know what? That's okay. I could admit it's not every morning you wake up and like, oh, look at it is always a new adventure every day. But as of right now, really not that much. But you know what? Did pretty well with we did pretty well with this MTP so far in pre-market. All right. And you know what? If it really stinks, take off. Be like the billionaires. Go enjoy the weekend. Take your wife or your husband out for not even lunch. Go for breakfast. We'll still be here, but listen, let's see what happens the first 5 minutes. There's always somebody's holding some orders back, and usually find new flyers that go in. But as of right now, guys, not really that much going on out there. All right. Kevin, I already got PI. Is it moving again? I got that on the list. I wrote PIXY already. Anybody on YouTube or Facebook Live, anything that you guys found that I'm missing I did not call out? Nice little pop. It is moving pretty nicely right now. You guys didn't find anything on your own? All right. All right, guys. So listen, we'll be back at 2:30 for the afternoon meeting if you're on YouTube, Facebook Live. Yesterday, we had a great event. We had hundreds and hundreds of people in the 2 events that we've done, which is great. And there's actually going to be another one tomorrow. So let me just put this in here. And let me just show you what we got here. So next week, we're gonna send a bulk email. Please, like I said, for all our followers, please join. It helps us too for you guys to be there and to help support CTU. But Mad Hedge Fund multi-speaker events, it's actually a pretty big one too. I'll be honest, the last one I did, I had over 1,000 people in my room. And what's great about when you do these events is that you get to hear. Listen, the big thing is that you kind of like learn what other people don't know, and you hear some of the dumb questions people ask. And you know what? That's okay, because that shows you where you are and like who your competition is. And if they're going to be smart about it, they join the team. And your only thing you could do is just help them out. But if they want to be ignorant, someone's going to end up losing, and hopefully that's not going to be us. So go out there. We'll send a bulk email. Hopefully you guys register for it, and look forward to seeing you there. All right. So come out and support CTU. Good luck, everyone. Happy trading. Peter, same thing to you. Thank you very much. And we'll start commentating in the cyber group room in the next 15 minutes. So go out and get ready and go fill up your coffees, go hit the restrooms, and we'll start trading in a little bit. All right, guys. Happy trading, everyone. If I don't see you back here on Monday.